We are being joined live with our editor-in-chief, Wasbir Hussain. So, Wasbir, crucial cabinet meet held. So, what are the key decisions expected from this meet, Wasbir?
Yes, Priya, this is a very, very crucial cabinet meeting that is underway at Dispur. This is incidentally the first cabinet meeting that is being presided over by Chief Minister Dr. Himanta Biswa Sarma after he just taken oath of office yesterday. This is the first cabinet meeting and several crucial decisions are likely to take place. The top focus of this meeting obviously is the current COVID situation and how to take control of the COVID situation. That is the issue that is topping the agenda. That is the reason we can see that DGP Bhaskar Mahanta as well as all the ministers present. Usually the DGP does not attend cabinet meetings. But before that, let me tell you, there was a very crucial meeting that Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma chaired, where the DGP, the Chief Secretary, and other senior officials were present, and where more or less the government has decided not to go for total lockdown, and that is what is going to be finalized at this cabinet meeting. Most likely, we can say for now, and reliable sources telling us that Assam will not go for a total lockdown. But what we are getting to understand is that shops and businesses will close from tomorrow at 1 p.m. and there will be total curfew from 2 p.m. Now, if you ask me what is new in this, what is going to be new is the strict enforcement of the curfew. The curfew will be clamped from 2 p.m. onwards until morning, and the police will be absolutely trying to enforce this curfew, and there will be mobile patrols in the by-lane. So what we have seen in the last 1 week or more than that is that curfew is enforced on the main roads, and inside in the by-lanes of the city, there are a lot of movement of people and so on. Even shops and others, small businesses were open inside. So that is not going to happen from tomorrow. Police will be extremely strict. And secondly, what we are also getting to know from our sources is that the containment zones that the authorities have set up in lanes and by-lanes and certain areas, including individual high-rises, that is going to be strictly enforced. So what the government is planning is that this is some kind of a smart lockdown. This is some kind of a smart lockdown that is the Assam government is planning, basically to give relief to the business community, relief to the small traders and so on, so that the economy is not absolutely crippled. That is how they want to start with their anti-COVID measures, and they will observe the situation for maybe a week or so and then revise or review their decision. But right now, the cabinet, as you said, Priya, is meeting in Dispur, where all the ministers are present. All the cabinet ministers who have taken oath yesterday are present. The meeting. This is the first cabinet meeting of Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma.
Right, Wasbir. So as numbers are rising on a daily basis, so I guess this big decisions will be announced after the meeting is over. So Wasbir, the Chief Minister, he very clearly mentioned that tackling COVID situation will be his first priority.
Yes, Dr. Himanta Biswa Sarma, the Chief Minister, has made it absolutely clear that tackling COVID will be his topmost priority. But one thing that has surprised many today is the vesting of the health portfolio to Keshab Mahanta. Keshab Mahanta, remember, was the Water Resources Minister in the Sarbananda Sonowal cabinet. He has no experience of dealing with the health department.
Right.
So that has come as a surprise. But I can tell you that Dr. Himanta Biswa Sarma will personally monitor the COVID situation. The Chief Minister's office will monitor the COVID situation. And we also cannot forget the fact that the Principal Secretary Health, Samir Sinha, has been taken to the Chief Minister's office as the Principal Secretary. So under the direct, the Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma is going to oversee the COVID situation, and he is personally going to make rounds, personally going to visit all the health facilities, not just in Guwahati, but all the major health facilities in the state starting in the next few days. That is what is the breaking story at this point in time. And Keshab Mahanta, of course, will be the hands-on health minister, but Himanta Biswa Sarma will be overseeing the anti-COVID battle in the state from tomorrow or even from now.
And Wasbir, the number of deaths are also rising, so a cause of concern there. So need more awareness on timely hospitalization, key at the moment, Wasbir.
Well, yes, these are the various aspects that both the political establishment in the state as well as the police and the civil authorities are going to harp on, making people aware. I understand that the DGP of the Assam Police, Bhaskar Mahanta, is likely to address the media tomorrow, outlining what the measures the police plans to do, what are the tough measures that the police has in store just to take control of the situation and enforce the curfew as well as the containment zone areas. So these are some of the outline, some of the clear-cut statements coming from the DGP that is likely to come tomorrow. But at this point in time, yes, the cabinet meeting is discussing exactly that. And now a single day date of 77 yesterday that the state witnessed has come as a real shock to the state, and that also is forcing the health authorities to go for massive genome sequencing to find out what kind of a strain is prevalent in Assam, what kind of a strain is expected to be discovered in Assam that is creating whether this is a more virulent form of strain, whether it is the all India strain, whether it is anything different that the Assam is witnessing as far as the virus is concerned. So all these are issues that the health department will put into action in a day or two, and that is what is also being discussed. The indications of this are going on during the discussions at the cabinet meeting underway at this point in time, Priya.
All right, Wasbir, and apart from whatever you have mentioned just a short while back, so any other aspects which we can expect from this cabinet meeting which is underway at this point in time, Wasbir?
Well, this is a very interesting mix of people at the cabinet meeting. You know, as we have seen the 13 ministers, apart from, of course, apart from the chief minister, who are in that hall, comprise several old guards and several new faces. For some of them, this is the first cabinet meeting that they have ever attended in their lives as legislators. So it's very interesting. And Ajanta Neog is sitting there. She is the new finance minister and created history because she is the first woman finance minister of Assam. And so the experience as well as new ideas are being floated in this cabinet meeting. Of course, Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma himself is an extremely experienced man. He knows the health department like the back of his hand, and he has proven to the country that the model which Assam used to contain COVID during the first wave is something which the nation acknowledged. And even during the last few weeks after the elections ended on the 6th of April, the manner in which Himanta Biswa Sarma geared up to deal with the COVID second wave of the COVID is also exemplary. For example, he revived the COVID care centers like the one at the Sorosada Stadium, 430 bedded, which has come up. The Royal Global University has converted into a 990 bed COVID hospital. The Ayurvedic College, the number of seats increased at the Guwahati Medical College Hospital. But what we are also knowing is, though, it's a matter that the people of Assam will be happy to note, is that per week, the authorities in Assam are increasing 1,000 beds to deal or cope with the situation if it were to turn worse than what it is today. So the Assam government is fully geared up. The health ministry has been given to a new minister, that is Keshab Mahanta, but nothing to worry, because what we are getting to know from authentic sources is that Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma will be personally overseeing the health department, personally overseeing the battle against COVID, and therefore this is an assurance that will come to the people of Assam. And as I say this, we'll be waiting for Dr. Himanta Biswa Sarma, the Chief Minister, to brief the media shortly after this cabinet meeting that is going to end in a short while from now.
Right, Wasbir, thank you so much for all those details.